Man, when I tell you my new neighbor lost her damn mind the day I bought the house next door. I mean, she went full Karen mode. This ain't your average HOA drama. This is a showdown between control and karma. So hit that subscribe button, grab some popcorn, and watch how one power-trippin' neighbor met her match. When Ethan first pulled into the cul-de-sac, the street looked like something out of a suburban postcard. Perfect lawns, white fences, and one woman standing on her porch like she owned the whole block. That was Karen, the self-proclaimed HOA president. Clipboard in hand, hawk eyes scanning every car that entered. The second Ethan's moving truck parked, she was already marching over. Her heels clicked like a warning bell. "Excuse me," she said sharply. "You can't park on the curb. HOA rules." Ethan smiled politely. "Just unloading, ma'am. I'm the new owner next door." Her face froze. "Next door?" "Yep," he said, pointing to the beige house right beside hers. "Closed on it last week." Karen blinked, as if the world just shifted under her feet. She'd been trying to buy that same property for years, to control who moved in, and now some guy just took it from her. That was the moment her friendly facade cracked. Within days, she was on him like a hawk, letters about lawn height, trash bin placement, fence color, you name it. She even accused him of violating easement rights for trimming a hedge that grew across the property line. Ethan knew what she was doing, and honestly, he found it entertaining, because Ethan wasn't some clueless homeowner. He was a real estate attorney, and he could smell her legal nonsense from a mile away. Still, he played nice. For a while. But Karen didn't do nice. She started filing formal complaints with the HOA board, half of them imaginary. One even claimed Ethan's garage door shade violated community aesthetics. Ethan responded with certified letters, legal, crisp, professional. Each one dismantling her claims, quoting the HOA bylaws she herself had written. But the more he shut her down with facts, the more she screamed in frustration. Neighbors started noticing. They whispered about the feud next door. They'd see Karen pacing her driveway at night, muttering about entitled new owners ruining the neighborhood. Then came the incident that changed everything. Ethan was out painting his porch railing one afternoon when Karen stormed over, phone in hand, camera rolling. "You're trespassing," she yelled, pointing to a few inches of gravel between their driveways. "That's my property." Ethan looked up calmly. "Actually," he said, "I checked the plat map. That line belongs to me." She screamed louder. "You're lying. I'll call the cops." Ethan didn't flinch. "Go ahead," he said. "I'll show them the deed." The cops did show up, and left after 2 minutes when Ethan handed them the survey documents. Karen stood frozen, mouth open, while the officers shook Ethan's hand and drove off. That day, she went from annoyed neighbor to vengeful enemy. Late night banging on the fence. Petty citations taped to his door. She even spread rumors in the HOA Facebook group, claiming Ethan was dangerous. But Ethan wasn't just defending himself. He was documenting everything. Every threat, every scream, every HOA rule she broke herself. Because he knew revenge wasn't about yelling louder. It was about letting the truth do the talking. A month later, the HOA scheduled its quarterly meeting. Karen walked in like she was royalty, heels clacking, chin high, clipboard ready. Ethan showed up too, quiet and calm, carrying a small folder. When the board chair asked for any concerns, Karen's hand shot up. She launched into a full tirade, accusing Ethan of property damage, noise violations, unapproved renovations, and disrespecting community values. The room was silent when she finished, except for the tapping of Ethan's pen. He waited a beat, then stood up. "Mind if I respond?" he said coolly. Karen crossed her arms. "You can try." Ethan opened his folder. Inside were printed emails, HOA bylaws, and time-stamped videos. Every encounter, every lie, every contradiction she'd made. He played one clip aloud, Karen screaming, "I don't care what the law says. This is MY neighborhood." The board members turned to her, eyes wide. Then another clip, Karen trespassing, tearing down Ethan's fence flag. her face drained of color. Ethan continued, voice steady. I moved here to be part of this community. But since day one, I've been harassed, lied about, and threatened. And all by the person who's supposed to uphold the rules fairly. The HOA president leaned forward. Karen, he said slowly, is all this true? She stammered, tried to deny it, but the evidence was too clear. The room erupted with murmurs. Ethan didn't gloat. He just gathered his papers, gave a polite nod, and sat back down. Minutes later, the board voted unanimously to remove Karen as HOA president. She was fined for harassment and ordered to apologize publicly. She stormed out, red-faced and trembling, shouting, "You'll regret this." But everyone knew her reign was over. That night, Ethan sat on his porch, the same one she'd once claimed violated HOA harmony. He watched the sun dip below the rooftops and took a slow sip of coffee. Karen's house was dark, curtains drawn, silent. He smiled. Justice didn't need shouting, just patience, proof, and a little bit of poetic revenge. As the cicadas hummed through the quiet night, Ethan whispered to himself, "Welcome to the neighborhood, Karen."